A lot of commendation for a brave life. Joining me now to discuss the life and times of late Pa Edwin Clark is Dr. Omini-Mini Obui-Wev-Bi. He is the spokesperson of the Pan Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF. Thank you for giving us your time. Reflecting on the life and times of Pa Clark as a statesman, what do you believe would be his what would he be most remembered for?
Thank you very much for having me. In fact, Chief Clark, our father, for many years stood for rule of law in Nigeria. He believed that everybody should be treated equal. He believed that nobody should be treated as a second-class citizen in Nigeria. And he fought very well, not only for Niger Delta, but for the downtrodden across the length and breadth of this country. For example, when the Chibok girls were kidnapped, Pa Clark played prominent role to ensure that the Chibok girls were returned home successfully. In fact, he interfaced with a lot of persons, including government officials. That tells you the nature of our leader who has passed on. So Chief Clark was an embodiment of simplicity. He was relating well with both the mighty and the low in this country. He stood for equality. And that is why Chief Clark cannot be described only as a leader of Niger Delta or South geopolitical zone, but a nationalist. Because as a teacher, as a headmaster, as a lawyer, as a senator, and as a commissioner, as a minister, from beginning of his life to the end, he fought for truth. He believed that Nigeria should be governed in line with the principle of the founding father of Nigeria.
Yeah,
and what was that founding?
Yes, I was going to just ask about his work in the Niger Delta. He was a prominent voice in that region. How do you think his advocacy work impacted the lives of people in that region, and what were some of his notable achievements there?
In fact, before Chief Clark became Commissioner for Education, Commissioner of Education in Midwest, people believed that the Niger Delta was area that could not be developed. But Chief Clark broke that barrier. He was able to establish a lot of primary and secondary school in the creeks that gave education to Niger Delta. So Chief Clark brought education closer to the grassroots. And Chief Clark also brought the principle for people to know and to believe that the creek can actually be developed. Because there are cities abroad, areas abroad that are like Niger Delta. Look at Venice, for example. It's covered by water, and their means of transportation is water. So Chief Clark brought that belief to Nigeria that yes, the Niger Delta is not a terrain that cannot be developed. Instead, it is a special terrain that should be given a special treatment. So the people of Niger Delta, they are grateful for the impactful life Chief Clark brought to the region. Through Chief Clark, the region today has NDDC, and the Ministry of Niger Delta was also created for the people of Niger Delta. The amnesty, presidential amnesty program was also brought on ground as a result of the interface of Chief Clark with government.
He was also known for his fearless criticism of government policies. Do you think his outspoken nature had a significant impact on holding leaders accountable, and what lessons can be learned from his approach?
In fact, from Chief Clark's legacy, principle should be the driving force of a man and not what he could benefit. Do you believe? A lot of people don't believe because they believe that Chief Clark at his level should have oil block. Chief Clark did not have a single oil well, not to talk of oil block. Who is more prominent in Nigeria before Chief Clark passed on? Who was more prominent than him? But he had no single drop of oil well, not to talk of oil block. Chief Clark did not visit NNPC any day to ask for contract. Chief Clark did not visit NGC any day to ask for contract. Instead, he was always advocating for the development of the Niger Delta. Chief Clark was in the forefront to ensure that all the IOCs relocate their headquarters to Niger Delta where they operate. So the principle Chief Clark stood for was that principle of civil engagement, that you have to engage government constructively without resorting to use of arms. That was why you saw that Chief Clark was able to broker the amnesty program.
A life celebrated and well-lived. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Bless you too.